Reverse Russia females. Yes, that's right, in fact. Look at those different. Alright, shop for anybody. Yes. Like a weapon, it had to be a location. Somebody might have been fitting in it, and indeed, becoming expensive slowly. Oh, but the reality scans, or the PC that is. This is not something I really going to get to be an open-minded for understanding. This that there might be always something else out there. That's just what you have seen so far, and something, and that's it, and that's nothing more on that. And that's the attitude. What is similar to doing the whole already. Well, after all, here it is a review. I should thrive. When I'm getting interesting review date, there is a lot of different years. A service offers, and they all want to pick away from CMT or any other capable with this occasion. A message of a T, FPSM, the soft messaging, full body soft message. I never have seen this term, but I guess it's easy to just guess. It's a question. Alright, this is easy. Alright, but I don't want to comment on CMT. Are you still thinking about what it might be around? Well, what are you thinking about the condoms, or is the C around? If MT might be the reference message here. Whether there might be other cases, there's a mutual means, well, is there a really given honestification? Alright, set up a message therapist. Well, that's it is. So we're recording as expected. Wait for the give it a message creation. Alright, I'm gonna give it a message here for free. Yeah, for sure. Well, so that's the way, right? You're doing it around. I'm putting a song like for nice. A giveaway contest. Right, in this CP, I'm not giving up the contest now. No, not this time, right? Wait, they're always gonna be. Alright, thinking about just looking for giveaways. Alright, there's always kind of things with making. You don't live in this country? Well, it's no problem, right? I don't feel like if I don't live in the country, I do get something like this. I'm gonna leave it with her or something else occasionally. Alright, we are so super and you're nothing. Alright, this is something attitude that doesn't matter. You try to verify out of box thinking. And I wanted to get out of the box thinking. Wave, and that's mean that there is no need to be afraid of what the person is. And mighty thing could not have any utility to doing so. Right, think about if you would be in a traditional fair always. Question number 1. Is it possible that this kind of the way are possible to be pulling off in somewhere out there? Hello, and I'm going to try an attitude. What is the problem to able the personnel and the plugin or other ways to able to himself as to deny it to any kind of a conversation and interaction to the simple to any kind of a person, the people around to caution to when a person walk around, the person spot to the target, the person is going to then have a selection decision. Is person going to talk to person or is he going to deny and not interacting? So, the selection knife. What could be done if the person willingly, you're willing to go to over a chalk upon, walk around the star lines, to go into the departure, all the options out there. The first again, to go into the selection. Knowledge, if the purpose, reason, the thing doesn't come to automatically. You have to analyze why you do so, before you're doing it, and then automatically arrive to come around. Alright, this is my moment. Welcome around area, gentlemen. I've been expecting a meeting you. You must be around somewhere around here. Me, yes, I am doing it here at Innovation World. And me, I am doing here as St. Faith, the free marketer. I am making a telemarketing around this area. And that's why the voice coming up. So, keep it as simple to say. More you talk, the more you need to memorize what you're saying. More you need to put your mind. Alright, to getting into this, getting into a situation more closer to just the self and reflecting. If you want to do some feedback to self personally all the time to keep it on what he did. Alright, here it is. What he's gonna do. Is he gonna use it? Is he gonna just give away? Or what? The person is doing nothing apparently. And this means that those things are taken away. The person is just losing all the game here. Alright, the person might be here, should be a little bit afraid to the temptation connecting. Is it afraid to holding on to principles? And how many all up there it is? We're coming up to the citation. Well, all he said, what the person think here in his opinion come, by that all the domestication have been done very well. Alright, the person come and ask, updive, what would she think? And the final real answer is that the person would be thinking about is that of a person. Well, the first thing is saying what the female will be thinking about to the very opposite partner. Alright, the female always immediately thinking about his own idea what will be like to coming on. The being is just a bit jerk, might be working certain amount of times, than not to be a jerk. The same goes in every other prospect. So the person who will be coming into sharing shooting money. The person here appreciating money, but in this moment. And you know it, that the extremely complexity of all of the different varieties, are there varieties or are there something else? Are going to make it an extremely mathematically very demanding for a person. The person is a player man and he are willing to go into the just to talk around. Just to talk around cares. Is it just so simple that the person are going to in the first person he see in the street without having any other ideas anyways? It might be not work. So the idea might be therefore to improve the speaking skills. Remember, wife, there might be another consequences. So one of this person might be applied to the charge assault again to the police, even if it's just a session good to talk about one. Is it some kind of a new rule of the privacy in a public place and the person who has a no and otherwise an important discussion and potentially wasting other person or are going to giving a so-called creepy and something threatening? Alright, if even it's a positive one with expression are lawfully abided, to deny it, you have an interaction. Alright, here comes. You choose to pay for realizing. So the one person who has suggestion to choose to come in a very short, a term of a moment, to realize it, that he have to know the chance and carry on. Alright. Anyway, for not what could have been done. You should transition and fastering is another one. Cation, to move in another one more. Cation, to slow it down. You have a final insulation. Nothing showing the cards. This time round this case, the factor is the thing is activated, but another procedure really control. It's time to continue moving on. Indeed, you can go shoot it going straight forward as a superficial. Are you thinking about it? The person is superficial. The person is definitely a 4-star experience. I keep asking here at GFE. I asking myself to get myself to girlfriend experience, but that was not in the sale this time though. So I had to say myself to sell it down to a little bit less. And that was a definitely disappointing. Even the person would be always have an opportunity. Are you willing to just simply stop this occupation and just come to my home? Would I just say maid? May I just stay in this hotel and in your room and we can discuss more? While you hurry the session. And the next time, the same thing ago nights and the nights. You never person pray. About the fantasy that how we should turn it differently, or what should be if they were given a second chance. And every chance, always try doing something else. And the person way, exactly by human settings gave. As we saw the difference here between the different options that the persons might be somehow unpredictable and harder to control than it's just a sound object of non-living, like a chair, and then need to come into that person being. So, going show now that the differences between these two different things are that the person unable to break down the share with a share ever going to be resisting anything. The share of you are not going to hear, you're going to complain whatever the treatment is going to the other person are going to deliver it. But that's not the case in a human being. Human being is immediately going into response. Response to person trying to, of course, the simple pocket of the other persons to try to inflicting any more harm. And secondly, of course, try to contacting a huge network of the safety network around to simply keep himself alive. And that's the difference between these two things. Because occasionally it is in a simultaneous. Well, the other discussion point is that coming up here as to the chance. So what would we do? When a person goes, slowly walking inside to the room. Alright, it's greetings always in a room. Hello, hi. Alright, now, if you want to be keeping on with just one thing, to say every single word that a female ever said in this. This is based on a real observation. What memorize it, what happy mention it, and what happy putting in some kind of list. Here it is. Alright, the first occasion. Alright, can you be a silence? Alright, come in. Hi? Yes. Alright. Where is the money? Alright. Are you ready? You're nervous? You're nervous? Alright, go to the shower. Alright, come to bed with me. Are you afraid? Alright. Why are you using your tower? Take it away. Alright, let's do it. Alright. Hey, I don't understand you. What you saying? Ah? She can shit? What we gonna do now? You don't understand me? I can't believe this thing situation. And you come up by the completely abnormal person. I'm saying knave. Do you know the difference being a knife and absolute kid? Alright, what it is to make it is? Alright, you don't actually say anything then, because everything is working at another level. Alright, designation to communicable and non-communicable information is. Alright, I say nothing here. Should I say something? Yes, that's occasion. When the person wants to say everything, we see the difference. Here it is, coming by. Well, don't go in any further. You're gonna have it all it takes in your own here. Bang, where is she gonna go in on? You got a numbers? You wanna call anybody? Why, here it is, anybody this should have it any kind of that anymore than anybody else here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is another option. What do you like it to happen? Are you interested in getting in itself? Are you absolutely sure about this thing? Alright, what we can expecting myself? You getting something in cheap service? How can I sell the thing about what I gotta get right? Alright, your next play for the moment to win in this course. If a person's going, he had to select himself. What is the circus say?